Excuse yourself?
Oh, he's pissed.
You've been a shit leader. Hardly.
In some ways, D, I have.
None of us are perfect. We can all improve. But calling yourself shit? Give yourself some integrity. You're not shit. I picked you for a reason. Not because you're my friend. Not because I feel bad for you. But because I think you're good at what you do.
D, I haven't given myself time to spend time with fucking people I deeply care about. You know, me and Lilly used to fucking hang out all the fucking time. We used to fucking dress up as zebras and do fun shit. There was a time where Lilly spent all day alone in a fucking farm. And to boost morale and hang out with my homie, we ran around and fucked around and did shit. I haven't had a single one-on-one conversation with Lilly for weeks.
That's not true. You've had your door open every day. You always tell people, everyone in this club, including Lilly, that you are available for conversation. You have been available. And how many times have we said to our people, no one is expected to do anything? Look, I really do respect the amount of time that Lilly put in to getting us funds for the club with the moonshine. And there's a reason why I made her VPM at one point. And there's a reason why we all agreed to give her a Lamborghini. Is because we know that she was doing the hardest work and she was putting in the most hours. At the same time, she chose to. We never forced her, but we appreciated what she did and we rewarded her for it. We tried to show ways. She can't use that against us now. Just as much as I can't use that gift against her. Look. She fucking walked away, man. That was an insult to all of us. It doesn't matter about any of the past now. Forget the fucking past. This is now. And she chose to walk out that gate.
I am not forgetting the past. That is why I walked away. I didn't walk away to leave the group. Like I said, I needed time to figure out my thoughts, to organize them, so that I could voice them to you guys. Because all I could feel inside me at that time was something screaming inside of me, telling me that something was wrong. I was feeling miserable, and I couldn't explain why. I couldn't tell you guys anything. So when you sent me all those messages, I couldn't even explain it to you. That's why I didn't want to talk to you guys, because I needed time to understand what was going on.
Why can't you talk to us?
Now I am. What do you think I'm doing with Tommy?
Why couldn't you before? What was the problem that made you feel that you could not speak to us?
Maybe the fact that we haven't talked or hang out or did a fucking job since the fucking, second week that we were in the city with Tommy?
I called you 4 times yesterday asking if you were all right. And I tried to invite you on a job 2 weeks ago and you said you wanted to do other shit. But then you expressed to me once you'd like to join a job and I said you could join after. But then you wanted to cook. And so I sent people to go and help you cook. I've always let my door be open. I've always wanted to hear your opinion and hear what you said. And I know, and you care so much about this club, but I know that's true. But what's on the phone?
I don't think it's a good moment to have a conversation. You're too hot-headed and I don't feel like whatever I'm gonna say is gonna reach out to you.
I'm listening to every word you said.
Yo, gentlemen.
I heard everything you said.
You're countering everything I'm saying without listening first.
I'm listening. I'm just not saying what you want me to. I'm just not saying what you want me to say. I'm listening. I'm giving the answer back. If I wasn't listening, you wouldn't be hearing me talk. I'm trying to understand that this is a two-way street, Lily. You're saying that you cannot speak to us when I've opened my door so many times. You say that you don't feel included, but you told me you didn't want to join.
First of all, I never said I couldn't talk to you guys. I never said that.
You just did.
What do you mean?
You just said, I feel like I couldn't talk to you guys, is what you just said.
No, because I didn't know what to tell you. Like I said, all I could hear in myself and my head was her fucking scream. Back down at Vespucci, I couldn't explain how I felt to you guys. And I know that I needed to understand it myself, and I needed you guys to understand it. But I could not. And you kept sending me all those texts, telling me this is not good. You cannot just be alone and bottle it up, which I understand this part, but I wasn't alone. What I needed is some time to put my thoughts together, to organize them, like I said, to understand them myself so I can explain them to you. And I did. That's why I'm having this conversation with Tommy, and that's why I was waiting for you to not be busy and definitely not hot-headed like this.
You think I'm hot-headed?
You just got pocket white. I think I would be pretty hot-headed at that time.
You don't understand when I'm hot-headed. You can't comprehend when I'm hot-headed. You've never seen me hot-headed. And you don't want to. When I'm hot-headed, I will tear this all apart. Happily. You don't want to. I'm here to listen to you. And that's what I'm doing. You feel like you can't talk to me, you feel like I'm too hot-headed, drop it. Just say how you want what you want to say. And I will talk back and I'll say, hey, look, these are great points and arguments. Let's discuss it. Or, hey, this is how this problem could have been resolved. I'm not perfect. No one in our club is, and that also includes you. I feel that there are times you could have also done something different. I want to hear everything.
Who's this coming up?
Who the fuck is that? Silence. Now, please, however you feel or whatever you think is wrong that makes you so unhappy being here, I would love to hear it so we can fix the problem. But if we're unable to communicate it, then there's nothing I can do about it. You don't have to wait until I'm not busy. If I don't know I need to speak with you, and like I said, I've called you multiple times, checking in, how you doing, how's everything going, do you need to say anything? All you had to say, Dundee, I really need to fucking speak with you. I need to speak with you urgently. I have something to express. I would have said, okay, right. After this, I'll be there. Or if I'm free, I'll talk right now. Every time I've tried to talk to you, Lily, you said, I don't have my thoughts ready. I need more time to think. I'm not ready to talk to you. I need to talk to someone else. I've been blown off every time I've tried to speak with you. I tried to speak with you yesterday. Denied. Tried to speak with you earlier. Denied. Tried to speak with you before the argument. Denied.
Earlier?
I'm being denied now. I'm literally here trying to speak with you right now, and I'm being denied again.
You're not being fully denied. You're still here, and I'm still here. I didn't walk away.
I know, but you said that you're not ready to talk to me because I'm hot-headed. So let's put the hot-headedness aside. Let's put whatever doubts we have in the mind aside. What is the problem?
I'm gonna try and start from so we came in here, made HSP, had people, did shit, and then at some point we thought about, you know, do we want to stay at Carson? Do we want to make it our turf? And pretty much everybody was like, I don't see Carson as, you know, my forever home. Definitely not. I have no attachment to it. And so we started, looking around the city, trying to find blocks that would be interesting. That would be good to, good location, interesting place, for us to be able to hold it. And then Vespucci was brought up. I wasn't too fond of it because, it's not the same as back home. But there was a possibility of having properties down there. That's why we were interested in Vespucci. And then those properties drop, and it's absolutely not in Vespucci, it's in Polito. Nobody's interested, obviously. But then, out of nowhere, I hear that we are not fighting people in Vespucci and we're gonna take it. And from something that was supposed to be, if there is a chance that a property drops there, we need to buy it. It comes from there and it goes to, no, we're at Vespucci now. It felt so rushed, and it wasn't what I or other people understood from the situation. And then I hear about Coyote. Disrespect aside, what I see in Coyote is a mirror of what we were back home at the end. Barely enough to be around to fight every day. Being kind of like pushed around by another gang with more people, with more guns, more armor, more shooters. I saw exactly what we were. And I have no respect for KOD because of the amount of disrespect they got for us and Tommy and Jacob. But I cannot unsee it. And I cannot see how ironic it is when I hear people making fun of them. I hear people making fun of us. And when it comes from us, from BBMC, from back home members, it just makes me feel how miserable we were at the end of the day. And it reminds me of how miserable I felt at the end. We had barely anyone. We had barely anything. Yes, I know nobody forced me to cook moonshine. I was doing it for multiple reasons. I was doing it for myself, so I could tell people, yeah, I have $1 million. But I was also doing it for us. I wanted us to succeed. And if having money is one of those things that we need, then I was glad to do it. And this is what I'm doing here too. But then Crypto Market started. And we started selling a lot of shit. A lot of useless shit that we didn't need. No problem with that. Then we started selling the guns. And we literally didn't have any guns for ourselves. And it shocked me. How is that okay for us to sell our own guns? We did. We fought a war with makeshifts. We fought a war without armor. How is that okay to feed other gangs in the city before we feed our own members? To send them to shootouts with marshals and 20 plus cops with makeshifts and no armor. That's why I worked even harder and I made whatever I could I made all those mate kits, all this oxy, to give us the tiniest chance. I talked to you about the guns, telling you it wasn't a good idea to sell them. But Dex talked to you before, and you kind of told him, it's fine, we have makeshifts. And when I talked to you, you changed your mind, and you were more open, and you said, yeah, I guess you're right. Let's keep the guns, but we already had none. It took us weeks and hours on the phone to get 6 back. And every time I was on the phone, sometimes one phone call could be interesting, but most of them were infuriating. People not wanting to sell, people instantly disrespecting us, people not even wanting to talk. And then I wake up one day and I see that on Crimdon Market we have a shotgun and some kind of automatic rifle on sale, or sold already actually. And I'm confused, because I thought this was the same reason we would keep the guns, was to keep those guns too. And then I ask you about it and you tell me, Lily, we don't have the bullets for it. And again, I'm confused. Can't we just wait to have more? The people are gonna have bullets, but not the gun. We can buy it. We can buy them, or we can just continue doing what we're doing and fight at the cargo ship and get this shit for us to fight the marshals that we were expecting to fight at some point, or to fight on the cargo ship. We never kept things just to keep things, which is it's okay, you know, I can adapt to this. But the fact that we sold them for what, $250,000? I made that every day with moonshine. It was literally not about the money. I'm guessing it was more about the reputation that it was giving to BBMC, because we were not respected back home. Hades was making fun of us. Hades was poaching people left and right from the group. Hades was laughing at us, and I hated them for this. But I understood that we had no chance to fight them and win. And it would just make us more humiliated than anything. Because they would just enjoy the fact that we're fighting for nothing. All they wanted was us to start the fight. They were so bored, all they wanted was to fight. And then I realized I'm just grinding for the rest of the fucking gangs in the city. Everything I'm doing every day, or most of it, is just things that I'm doing for other gangs, because we're selling things to other gangs. And I'm like, you know what? Fuck it, I'm not doing this anymore. I don't want to do this. I don't want to... If I do this to the point of tiring myself, I'll do it for us. I do it for me. I do it for our success. Not to fill up the 6 fucking crates filled up with guns and shit that those gangs already have. So I focused a little more on what we could have that we didn't sell. And then one day I entered the yellow house and I see everything on display. The shotgun, the AR or automatic rifle, I don't know what that shit was, and half of our M1911, half of the stock on display, half was 3. We had 6 M1911s, and 3 of them were on display with makeshifts and Glocks. And I'm like, it's okay, it's okay. I won't touch it, because, you know, it looks cool, yeah? And then the next day it's there, And the next day, it's still there. And then I ask you, D, you know that the yellow house is gonna get raided, right? And you tell me yes. That's why we took all those pictures pointing at the door all together. That's why we did the auction shit in the auction house. That's why we took a picture of you with an AR, a fucking PDAR. And then I'm completely confused. Why do we keep everything there? The little amount of shit that we still have. Why do we keep it somewhere we know the cops are gonna take? We know we're gonna get raided. Whether there's something in the yellow house or not, we will fight for it. And I'm fine with that. But why do I see that all the shit that we have is in here, ready to be raided? And when I see that there's at least 4 armor in there, when I've been fighting every fight with you guys without once wearing one, not just me, Bobby barely even wore one. I don't know about Tommy, I don't know about Rusty, but I know all the other prospects did not have anything like this either. Whether it was during the war or against the fucking cops. And all I see is that we're giving everything to everyone else. And we're feeding all the gangs before feeding our own members. And when I ask you, why do we keep everything in the yellow house? You tell me, Lily, it looks cool. And yeah, it does. When a customer enters, it looks fucking amazing, but it's only to save appearances. We're starving back home. And so today, here, when I hear that we might bring back BBMC, and that it's probably gonna be a vote, and that we're gonna be talked to, you talked to me once, and that was pretty much it. And then I hear that the day I wasn't there, so I cannot be angry about it, but the day I wasn't there, you guys had a second meeting, and Veg was around. Veg was someone who wasn't too fond of doing BBMC all over again, and he wasn't even brought to this meeting. And I realized, I was like, oh, I guess they probably didn't want to hear about somebody who wasn't too into it. And then from an idea, it's an official thing with the mask, an official thing with Vespucci. And all I can think about was how miserable I felt back home at the end. And I don't want that for us now. I don't want us to set ourselves for failure. I want us to succeed. That's all I ever fucking wanted, back home and here. That's why I fucking grind. That's why I do shit that I don't want to do. Because I want us to succeed. I want us to get what we want. The respect, the money, the guns. We deserve that shit. And you deserve it too. Back home was terrible. I don't know how it must have felt for you. Seeing how your friends in Hades were making fun of us. I don't know how you must have felt. And that's why I continued trying my best with Grimdot Market, because I wanted you to be happy. But at some point it was too much. And I just don't want that to happen again. I got scared. Yesterday I got scared. And I couldn't explain what was going on until I took some time to voice it out.
Okay. Thank you for sharing that. I was listening, and I was mentally writing down everything you said so that I don't miss any of it, because all of it is important. And if you're ready, I'd like to talk back about it.
Yeah,
Unless you
go
have
ahead.
more you would like to share.
It's fine.
So you started about coming to the new city, HSP. We had people, we did shit. At some point, you thought about moving to Carson to make turf. Everyone said you didn't see Carson as forever home and no attachment. Look around to find an interesting block, better location, hold it down. Carson was picked because we had to move out of Camilla's house because of the Camilla drama. And I believe Carson at the time was the only home that was available for a price that wasn't a complete ripoff.
Yeah.
And I agree. I didn't want Carson to be forever home. And then it grew on me a little bit. And I thought, well, Vespucci isn't an option. Carson's right next to ESBC. They're pretty good. Maybe we tough it out. And after a little bit, it grew on me a little bit. Did I think it was the perfect block? No. Did I think it was the best block? No. Could have we chosen better? Yeah. Were we already kind of sitting here? Yeah. It's probably the best choice we got. Probably. Is it the one I wanted? No. But to progress the gang and give us a chance of success, we needed some place that was mainly ours and some sort of turf that we could hold down. And that was the only one we had. I didn't even make the decision. Tommy did it without my knowledge. I didn't even tell him to do it. At first, I was even a little grumpy because I thought we'll work it out with Camilla. But ultimately, Tommy made the right call. Now, you then said Vespucci was bought up and you weren't a fan. Not the same as back home. Possibility of properties, only Polito appears, no one cares, of course. Out of nowhere, we're fighting people in Vespucci and taking it. If property drops, we're going to buy it and we're in Vespucci. It felt so rushed, it wasn't planned or understood. Mr. K has assured me that Vespucci homes are coming, and they're coming sooner than we think. I was a bit surprised it was Polito, but I can confirm that Vespucci properties are coming, they're just not today. So very soon, we will see Vespucci homes. And like Tommy said yesterday, he had to, hold down Vespucci when there weren't any properties in Vespucci. We just had to pray. We didn't even know that they were going to come, and we still hold it down. We went to it was a chore because we lived in Sandy at the time. But living in Castle is a blessing compared to Sandy. We can actually, at least do stuff. We can cook meth in there. We can sell stuff in there. There's house robberies to hold down in there. We can chill out there. Before, going to Vespucci was a ghost town back home, and there was no reason to have a property. And if it wasn't for the fact that people lived down there, I'm sure there wouldn't be a reason to go there at all. For the rush part that you brought up, the reason things kind of got rushed was because of a fuck up on my part that I apologize to Vec for. We were having a table issue where I was trying to put it down, and I couldn't put it down. And then I was able to put it down, but then I couldn't create an organization. The boss helped me fix it, and I accidentally put it as Bondi Boys, not thinking it would go through, and then I accidentally created the organization. I tried to change it back to HSP, but it was going to cost us like $100,000 worth of cryptocurrency to do it. And obviously, I'm not going to do that. So Bondi Boys was made on accident. I didn't want everyone to know about it that way. I was hoping to save it and be like, hey, look, guys, we're going to, announce it all in one go. It was all meant to be a big thing, but that was a fuck up on my part, and I apologize for that. That's why Vec knew from another gang before he heard from us, and I failed to put an announcement for that. But that was not the intention. The intention I had was to not make it rushed. When we had that meeting about the jackets, Vec wasn't there because I didn't know Vec was around, and I learned that he was around at the tail end of the meeting, and I brought him in. And I tried to explain to him. And we heard Vec's concerns, and he wasn't fond of it. And I immediately went, okay, we're not doing it right now then. I told people to take off the jacket. We're not going to swap to BBMC right now. Clearly, some people are fans, some people are not. I need to go around to every single person and get their opinion. And that's what me, Tommy, and Jacob did. And we left it for 3 days. And in those 3 days, people continued to wear the jacket even though I told them not to. Vec had came to Jacob and said, you know, going back down to Vespucci wearing the jacket really makes me feel like I'm at home. I'm really vibing with it. Some people that were negative about it turned to positive. And everyone we went to said, I'll do whatever you want to do, boss, and I'm down to do it. But we'll get more to that in a second. Let's talk about the next part that you were talking about. KOD disrespect aside, KOD is a mirror of what we were back home. And at the end, barely enough to be around to fight every day. Being pushed around by another gang with more people, more guns, more armor, more shooters. I saw what we were. I've no respect for KOD, for what they got from us and Tommy and Jacob. I cannot unsee it. I cannot see how ironic it is making fun of them when it was coming from us. Reminds me how miserable we were. I went down there and I offered them a hand because I saw the same thing, but prior to where we were with Hades in Vespucci. I saw us when Chang Gang wanted to move into Vespucci. We were the Chang Gang. KOD was the BBMC. Chang Gang at any point could have come down and fucking absolutely neutered us. They could have just fucked us in every way that they wanted to. They could have absolutely gunned us down to leave Vespucci and claim the entirety of Vespucci, but they didn't. The same way Flippy didn't when we had nowhere to go and I wanted to make the Bang Boys. He gave us a piece of Hydra turf. I went down there, Lilly, and I said, look, when Vespucci homes open up, you have to admit that you ain't going to be able to control all of this by yourself. Multiple gangs are going to move to Vespucci and someone might take the block. Let us have the block. We will take the block and we will help you in any way we can to stay down here with us. Just like Chang Gang did. Like we were going to help them any way we could to stay in Vespucci. They took my fucking hand, Lilly, and they spat it in my face by gunning down our members. I literally went to them and said, you're going to have all this competition coming into Vespucci. We're here to help. They said, go fuck yourself. So I said, okay, well, you can go fuck yourself too. That's why I started shitting on them. I tried speaking to them every day. I managed to get a conversation with some of them, but they just didn't care. They thought they were the shit. They were a 4-man gang, Lilly. I tried to help them. I tried to be like, hey, look, all these gangs are going to come down. We're moving down. Instead of just shitting all over you, let's help you. Let's try and make this something. And they started internally fighting with each other. Mikey started going around fucking backstabbing his friends, and he thinks he's going to get kicked out of his own gang now, mainly because he came and spoke to me in private, and then started talking about how there's cracks in their gang. They're on the verge of disbanding. I tried, but they sealed their own fate. I felt bad because I'd hate it if someone did that shit to me. I really did. I despise it. You said seeing KOD reminds you of what BBMC used to be at the end. No one forced you to cook moonshine, doing it for yourself, to have $1 million, doing it for us, doing it to succeed. If we needed money to succeed, we did it. It's what I did. And I was doing it here too. Then Crim Dot Market started. We started selling a lot of useless shit we didn't need. No issues there. Then we started selling the guns. We didn't have any guns for ourselves. It shocked me. How is that okay for us to sell our own guns? We fought a war with makeshifts, no armor. How is it okay to feed other gangs in the city before our own members? Send them to martial shootouts with 20 plus cops with makeshifts, no armor. I worked harder to make Oxy armor to give us any chance. I talked to you guys about the guns. It took us weeks and hours on the phone to get 6 guns back. Every time I was on the phone, sometimes one phone call could be interesting. Most of them were infuriating, and people were shitting on us. Let me explain why we were selling the guns. You know how many guns you get from one of those crates? Lilly?
No.
You get 20. You get between 10 and 20 fucking guns. 20 fucking shotguns. If we got one of those crates, we would quadruple the supply of any of the guns that we had. Selling one gun that we had, I just knew if we managed to get one crate lucky, we'd have 20 fucking assault rifles that we could keep for ourselves and then sell 1 or 2 here. But at the time, those guns were useless. I had no bullets. And I tried looking for them. Trust me, I did. I really tried looking for those bullets. But it seems like, from my understanding, you get the guns but not the bullets, or you get the bullets and not the guns. And so I was thinking, well, all these people are going to start selling guns to us because they don't have the ammo. And all the people want to start selling the ammo because they don't got the guns. Light bulb moment. That's how we get both. And so I thought, in my mind, let us sacrifice 5 guns that we don't have the bullets for to get a reputation and a name to sell these weapons.
I've never seen the rest anywhere, though.
And maybe we can make a name where we can buy the ammo, buy the guns, and then use that shit for ourselves. You know what? That's what happened. I then got a shotgun with ammo. One guy came with ammo, one guy came with a shotgun. Bada bing, bada boom. We had a shotgun with ammo. But it wasn't enough. The business continued to grow. We went from getting 1 PDAR that Benji gave me as a joke to Hydra coming down with 8 different class 2s. The business was booming and growing, and we were getting them at a good price. Hydra came down and bought 8 class 2s, and we bought them for $450,000. Within half an hour, I got a customer and paid $600,000 for all of it. Lilly, if I got ourselves a crate full of class 2s, damn well I'd fucking keep them. If I had the ammos for those guns, you know for a fact I wouldn't put that shit up for sale. It was hard to get those crates because everyone and their mum was doing it. Sometimes we'd get lucky, but then they'd find the crate later. It's difficult. I understand it. But I was hoping that with Crim.Market, we could build a relationship with people who had excess ammo or excess fucking guns would come to us, and that was starting to happen. We rolled through more class 2s with Crim.Market than we ever did with the cargo ship. If it wasn't for Crim.Market, we would have never seen a single class 2 or any ammunition for it. We would have been pistols only every day. That's why I made Crim.Market. The useless shit, you said it yourself, you didn't care about, but it bought customers and it bought business. And did we profit massively? No. The Glocks that we left there, the pistols, the makeshifts, I'd simply put them on display, but they were never for sale. If we had some spare ones, we'd sell them. Yeah, maybe we shouldn't have sold so many class 1 pistols. I even stopped selling them at one point because it was getting too much.
Because we had none. Because we had none.
I stopped selling Glocks and I stopped selling class 1s.
Yeah, the Glocks was
The phone strategy was working. Sometimes we'd get 20, 30 guns a day. Sometimes it didn't work out that way. I think sometimes we did only get 6 guns, and that infuriated me too. But I didn't know any other way to get those guns. We couldn't get a weapon license. I don't even know how we're going to get the guns here. There was no other way for me to get the weapons. The telemarketer idea was probably the only reliable way I knew of getting weapons. And it built a list. I know we had repeat customers. I know that given a month of repeat customers, we probably would have had a good arsenal. But we just needed to build it first. I was trying to use those weapons to build Crim.Market. But I understand your frustrations too. We didn't have the fucking guns, and people were going out there with armor. And that's why I let us get dicked around. I didn't want to see our boys going out there fighting marshals when we had no fucking guns. It was fucking hard to get guns, Lilly. I couldn't do anything. There was nothing I could do to change it.
Them in the first
I stopped selling the
place.
class 1s, and I only stuck to class 2s and useless items. I'm sorry. That's what we needed to do to get a reputation. And it did help. It built a lot of connections with gangs I normally wouldn't have. Now let me keep going through these notes.
Oh, it's so bright. I thought it was the sun.
Hades was poaching people. They were laughing at us. I understand we had no chance to fight them and win. Make us more humiliated than anything. They'd enjoy fighting us. They were bored and they wanted to fight. You wanted to ask how I felt about that. I felt fucking miserable, Lilly. Benji Ramos was one of my best fucking friends, and here he is treating me like I'm shit. They absolutely wanted to war us. They did, and they happily would have. The only reason they didn't is because Benji liked me. That was it. The only reason we didn't get fucking wiped and humiliated 17 times is because Benji liked me. And we used to be in the same gang. I knew we had to stand on business to try and fight them to earn slightly back of a name. But we didn't have the guns. Even if Crim Market didn't exist, they'd be rolling around with shotguns. We'd be rolling around with M1911s. In the best case scenario, if we had 100 class 1s and we never sold one and we never lost one to stupid marshals, we still would have lost. There was nothing I could do, and it fucking infuriated me. I wanted to teach these clowns to shut the fuck up, respect us a little, but we couldn't. The city was dead. I couldn't find new people. I tried recruiting. No one would stick around. I tried everything I could to build a name. It was rough. Fucking Tien and Flops fucked off. He who should not be mentioned had to get kicked out. We had to give it a Jaina too. James Kelly stopped waking up. Fuck, man. It was hard to get more than 3 people around. And god damn did it fucking frustrate me seeing them with 20. Holy fuck, that pissed me off. I felt so useless, Lilly. I felt like an idiot. Am I this unlikable? Is the brand, is the reputation that fucking bad? Is it that fucking horrid? I thought, fuck.
Fucking nodding and shaking head at
I'm a letdown to Lilly. I'm a letdown to Tommy. I fucking hurt my club everywhere I go, and all I try to do is make them proud. And here I am. What have I risen up? A fucking gang that could barely even get enough guns to shoot people? I valued who we were more than... Look, I don't know what I did wrong. Things were going against me. I tried to find these people. All these gangs, Lilly, started not from the bottom. Hades started from the company, which was already a mix of BSK, Rust, and Seaside combined. ADMC started with my old fucking gang. All the big players, SOB started with half of Hydra. Hydra already existed prior. They were one of the few gangs that were around before the collapse. All these gangs that were powerful and intimidating us started from the ground, did not start from the ground up. They had members already ready to go that had been with them for years. You know who I got to start with? Tommy. I got to start with Tommy. No one else.
Like a
Not
debuff.
a single person.
How he says it.
Hades had Raymond fucking Romanov, Arches Perez, fucking Mickey S, Auto-Tune Tyrone, Reggie Might, fucking Dad Cow, for fuck's sake. They had all these people. Flippy had Miguel. I had Thomas.
Okay, now we're just saying things hurt.
Thomas tried his fucking best, but the two of us had to find brand new people in this city and had to find these gangs. These gangs had a fucking 9-month head start ahead of us. And by the time we reached them when they had just begun, they'd already expanded 20 large. I tried. I really did. But you know how hard it got to find new people. And the people we were finding, yeah, sure, they were great. You know, sometimes we find a Whaley. Sometimes we find a Robbie. But by the tail end of it, people were losing steam. The city was dying, Lilly, and you know it. People stopped waking up. People stopped coming around. What was there to do? Rob a cargo ship? I was struggling to find people to wake up and be a BBMC member, let alone find new people. New people would come and they'd see what? A shell of what we used to be.
You little shit.
I tried. And I failed, and I'm sorry. Let me keep reading this. One day, I enter the yellow house and I see everything on display. The shotgun, the AR, half of M1911s on display. We have 6 guns, 3 of them on display with makeshifts. I just wanted to point out, whenever we needed a gun, I always went and grabbed them. And I always encouraged people to get them from the showroom. They were still in storage. They were not for sale. They just sat there. It's okay. I won't touch it. And the next day it's there. Still there. Do you know the yellow house is going to get raided, right? That's why we took the pictures pointing at the door, the auction. The picture with me and the PDAR. I'm confused. Why do we keep everything in there? The little amount of shit we have, why do we keep it there? Why do we know cops are going to come take it? Will we fight for we will fight for it. I'm fine with that. Why is all the shit in there? Ready to be raided. When I see the armor in there, fighting every fight without armor. Myself, Bobby, and friends. I never had anything like this. Every other gang in the city, in most cities you will find, they claim themselves to be chaotic people, but they play with a line of safety. I know, Lily, that it was dumb to put all the stuff inside that house. I know it was dumb to put it all on display when I know it's going to get raided. I know it was dumb to leave it all in there when we didn't have much in there. And you know what I say to that, Lily? I just fucking sent it. I just fucking did it because I just want to, because I'm fucking a lunatic. I want people to see that stuff. I want to see people how crazy and on edge we fucking are. That's what I'm fighting for, Lily. That's what I want to see. I know I should have just kept it on the website. That's good enough, right? But it's different. I want it to be different from every other fucking gang. I remember charging Chang Gang when there was me, Junior, and fucking one of the guy's name I can't remember, and I had a class 1 pistol. I would rock up in a helicopter, land on their roof, and shoot them down, even if we lost. Because I didn't fucking care about losing it all. If all that fucking disappeared in one night, I wouldn't care. Because I know that my gang would be ready to do it again, and that's the mentality I try and sell it on, Lily. I just fucking want to send it. I want to do the craziest shit, no matter how much it hurts, no matter how much it sets us back. I'm loud and I'm proud, and I'm not going to be like these other gangs that fucking keep their shit in 17 different storages. I'm not going to be like the other gangs that sit around, drive around their perfect S-Plus cars. I don't want to be like them. I just don't want to be like them, Lily. I tried to make that clear to you and everyone else that joins. I tell them, you're never going to own an S-Plus tutor car. You're never going to live in a fucking giant house. We're having a conversation about private shit. I yell and scream it. I fucking literally put all of our notes on who we buy guns from in a book that I know will backfire on us. Fucking Joey Toes is the worst kept secret. I do that on purpose. It's not an accident. It wasn't a mistake. It was not a poor decision making.
Sorry for the music.
I know we could have done a better job hiding Toes. I know we could have easily had a stash warehouse for sale. We just had to buy any property and just put things in there. I know we could have just kept it, you know, moving the Crim Dot Market stuff and our own stash to a different building. I choose not to. I choose to be different. I choose to have flaws, and I choose a challenge. And that is how my gang is always going to be. What the fuck is going on with this weather? It's hurting my eyes. There we go. And I'm sorry, it's just the truth. I'm always going to be a flaw. I'm always going to be a hothead. Well, people think I'm going to be a hothead. They haven't seen me when I'm hot. I'm always going to make the decision that doesn't make the most logical sense. I'm going to go and fucking shoot people with shitty guns. I'm going to go get into a chase in a shitty car. I'm going to do all that on purpose. I do it because it excites me. It excites me knowing that I'm vulnerable. It excites me knowing that I could lose it all. It gives me that fucking adrenaline rush. And that's what I need. Lily, if I never wanted to get raided, if I never wanted to get shot down, if I never wanted to ever deal with a cop in my life and just have millions of dollars, I guarantee you I could have it done in a day. I handicap myself on purpose because it gives me adrenaline. That's just my answer. It's a flawed logic, but that's who I am. I'm a flawed person. It's a rush. I'm a fucking junkie for craziness. It's exciting to me. Now, let me just read these notes. I'm sorry. 1 second.
It's fine.
I don't want us to set ourselves up for failure. I want us to succeed. It's all I wanted back home and here. It's why I grind. It's why I do shit I don't want to do. I want us to succeed. I want to get to where we want. Respect, money, guns. We deserve that shit, and I deserve it too. Dundee deserves it too. I'm in agreement with you there. I have nothing to say about it. Back home was terrible. I don't know how it felt for you, but seeing Hades make fun of us, that's why I continued trying it with Crim Dot Market. I wanted Dundee to be happy, and at some point it was too much. I didn't want that to happen again. I got scared yesterday. I was scared I couldn't explain what was going on until it took some time to voice it out. Back home wasn't perfect, Lily. And I'm sorry for that. We were dealt shit cards. I was dealt shit cards. And I warned you that you were joining a gang with shit cards. And morale was not really that high. We were losing fights. We were losing money. We were getting caught. We were fucking jobs. It frustrated me. Truly, it did. I became a failure too. I was missing shots. I was crashing cars. I was getting caught. You know how much it hurts, Lily? Just an hour and a half ago, 1.5 hours ago, I had a guy coming up to me and telling me how cool I was. Is that Irwin Dundee? Is that the fucking Irwin Dundee? There are legends about this guy. Tales have been told about this guy. This is one of the craziest people I've ever seen. He used to be one of the biggest legends, but he's calmed down. You know how much that fucking stings, Lily? You know how much that fucking hurts? To know that I lost it. To know that I can't shoot anymore. I can't drive anymore.
Nikki?
Dundee the Great used to never get caught, pull off the craziest, wildest, and wackiest fucking shit. I used to get away in shit cars. I used to fucking 1v20 the whole police force. I remember fighting the Lost MC on a mountain with Benji Ramos, and I took down all 5 of them by myself. I remember I was capable of doing all of that. And watching all those skills just go away, Lily, when you get older, it fucking hurts. You just sit there and you sleep and you go, what happened to me? Why can't I drive anymore? Why can't I shoot anymore? And I'm just under stress and I can't think straight. I'm fucking pulling around corners, whipping guns out and going down immediately. I'm fucking ejecting out of cars. I'm fucking doing the same loops and circles. People ask me, do you know where this swap is? I go, no. People know, do you know what this building is? I go, no. Lily, my mind's fading. I couldn't remember where the courthouse was. You know how much that fucking hurts? I couldn't remember where the courthouse was. You know how much it fucking sucks? Now you can't remember that shit anymore. I used to have a plan come to my head every time. And now I don't. I used to be able to think of shit on the spot. An old lady was insulting me at Mosley's, and I couldn't even think of a comeback. I was driving my Tulip, and I couldn't even get away from them. The great fucking Dundee has lost it all, and here I am trying to make something out of what is left. And when I say, are you going to stick around? And you tell me, Lily, that you'll be there 4 months later, Tommy points to the gate and you walk towards it. That was a knife in the back. That was a goddamn knife in my back. You said you would be there on those rocks. I'm having a tough time. My brain is failing me. My hands are failing me too. And all I need is some people to back me up while I try and fix myself to become who I used to be. And I got people walking out. I tell people, if you have a problem, come talk to me, and they bottle it up. I tell people, if you have a problem, raise your concern, and they hide it from me. And then they just fuck it in front of everyone. Trying to raise a little bit of morale for this pathetic joke of a legacy I've left this damn name. I'm just an old man trying to fucking claim back on what he threw down the drain 4 years ago. And then you just piss on the morale. Just shout on it. You fucking broke me there, Lily. I had to keep it there. Just so that I could not fall in tears when you walked away. I fucking screamed at Robbie. And poor Jacob had to hear it. He heard me hot-headed. I've never seen Robbie pull a 180 so quick when he heard me scream. I'm I'm just trying to build back what we had, and my body is failing me. So I'm sorry that I haven't been making the perfect moves. I'm sorry I haven't been the best leader. I'm sorry I haven't always been there for you. But just tell me, just trust me, I'm trying. They call me uncle for a reason now, Lily, because I don't got it no more. I'm trying to save what I got. But my biggest fear right now is I'm just going to be known as the guy who used to be cool. And I got people walking out for me because they couldn't talk. God damn it. There. I've gotten it out. If you don't want to follow an old man who can't keep his mind straight anymore, who can't remember where the courthouse is anymore, then you know what the ladder is. But if you want to keep helping me, I'll keep helping you. And we can try and work through this together.
I was like, what the fuck?
There's 20 new people. This is more than we ever made. Let's not throw it down the drain now.
I don't want that. I never wanted that. When I walked away yesterday, it wasn't walking away from the group. It was just... I felt all those stares at me. Everybody staring. Everybody looking. Because I didn't want to put on the mask because of the reasons I told you there. But... then... Tommy looks at me too. And a few minutes later, he points at the gates. Explaining exactly how I feel. If you're not happy with that, you can just leave. And I felt like it was directed at me.
Thank you. You little shit.
Everybody was looking at me. I didn't want to be like you said, bottling it up and just putting on the mask, pretend everything is fine, when I wasn't feeling fine. So since what he said made 100% sense on how I was feeling, I was like, I guess I'm just gonna walk away. I'm not feeling it. I just need some time. And then you told me if I walk away right now, it's a forever decision. And all I wanted was some time to figure out what was going on. But I wasn't given that. I was only given a choice. You stay here forever or you leave forever. So obviously I fucking stayed.
Check the car out, Tommy.
It's Junior.
Why the fuck is he here?
I don't know.
Is he driven past or is he still here?
He's over there.
Oh. You sure that's Junior?
100%. I saw him at the hospital. He's driving the same car, same clothes.
Okay, go on, Lily.
So, my biggest concern is setting us for failure. If you want to drive bad cars, if you want to, like, sell the guns, if you want to do shit like this, all I want is to not bring us down for it. If us, especially grinders, are working to get all that shit, I don't want it to be wasted just for the kick of it. That's all I'm asking. Do your fucking best, like we all do. Continue doing that and I have no problem at all.
You're not gonna like the answer. I'd do it for the kick of it. For the same reason I said it gives me the thrill. That's what we are. That's who we are. Those are the values. I would throw it away for the kick of it. It's funny. And if that means I failed, then shit. It's what I used to do. I ain't perfect, but I ain't perfect on purpose. I will throw it away for the kick of it. I will do crazy shit for the kick of it. Sometimes it hurts just me. Sometimes it hurts the whole club. I warn that to everyone when they come in and they still raise their head. They're still there to defend Uncle. Sorry, Lily. That part's not going to change. I'm not trying to set us up for complete failure. Like I said, all the bits you thought I was setting us up for failure, I was trying anything we could to see us succeed. Every plan I have, there's a flaw to it. I rob a bank, I drive a slow car. I set up a market, I don't hide it from cops. I sell drugs, I do it in my cuts. I even let sometimes I even play a little lazy so cops can find something here and there. It is who I am as a person. It is who I will always be. I am a non-perfect individual who will continuously make poor decisions that will sometimes hurt you and everyone around me. And I know what you're thinking. Why does this guy wonder why he fails all the time? I don't. I know why I fail, and I will continue to do it. I want the thrill, and I will attract people who want the thrill, and the people who don't want the thrill will leave. And that's how I saw it when you left, when you walked away. I saw it as Lily no longer aligns with the core values of the club. She wants to see the club succeed. I don't doubt that for a second. There's a reason why we got you that car, is because there was not a single doubt in my mind that you were one of the biggest people standing up to see this club succeed. The club wants to succeed, but not in all areas. So that's where I'm at. I do agree you want us to see us succeed, but success in my mind's a little different. Success to you is having the respect, the reputation, winning the fights, no one touching us. That is much harder to do now. Success to me is having a reputation of being a crazy motherfucker, regardless of winning or losing. I just want them to know that if they fuck with me, or if they hang out with me, or do something with me, they're going to have a crazy guy, and everyone around him are crazy people. I want people to know that if you put us into a cell, you better take the melee weapons from us, otherwise we're going to kidnap you. Like how Robbie and James and Cooper did not an hour ago, where they kidnapped a cop whilst being sent to prison and then managed to escape MRPD, and I picked them up.
Hell yeah.
That's the type of crazy shit I want. And if it means it's going to cost us $100K here and there, then I'm going to do it. That's my vision of success. But to me, doing that stuff makes us successful. Maybe it doesn't align to you. That's why I waste guns. I know we need to save some guns, but I'd rather that's why I always say I'd rather see people send it and fail than don't fucking send it and keep the stuff. I don't have gear fear. I have gear fear if I'm low on shit, but if I see 100 guns, I'm using at least 85 of them. That's where I'm at, Lily. You walked away. A lot of people looked at that extremely negatively. But it's not just me you're walking away from. You were Beck. Robbie feels horrible. Robbie was standing up for you, and then you walked away, and he thought, well, I mean, I'm not going to talk on his behalf, but you should talk with him. You really should. If you have not already, talk with Robbie about that. But a lot of people saw that as weakness. I just wish you had done that in private. I would have given you the time. But
Well, I
holy
guess
shit.
thank you. You know,
I'm
shit.
trying to sell people in this club to be something big, be something great. And I think that is what's going to make this the worst BBMC of all time. It was that beginning, because holy shit, that was bad. I'm glad you brought it up. I just wish it wasn't there.
There's ceremonies and there's meetings, I guess.
What do you say?
Lily, if there's any
Mhm.
if there's any issues, if there's anything you need to bring up, for the love of God, please don't fucking dwell on it. Come to us straight away. Because like I said, space creates distance. Just
I
fucking
will.
talk to us. If we're running
I
around
did with
like
Crypto
headless
Markets.
chickens,
You know, kinda.
Lily, we respect you so fucking much. If you grabbed us by the fucking ear and said, I need to talk to you, you know? If that's what you gotta do, fucking do it. I'm always a phone call away, a text message. Just don't fucking hold on to it.
I won't.
So what's going on now?
We
We
go
gotta
back to
raise this
work.
club morale. We go back to work, but what are you working for, Lily?
This club.
Because yeah, but what's this club working towards?
I don't know. Whatever we need right now.
And when we got what we need, what are we gonna do then? What are we gonna do with what we need? Because I need to understand it. We fixed the fundamental problem here. Because you might be feeling good now, but what happens when I go waste 100K on a big gun to go shoot one cop? What happens when we get raided or breached because we left all of our shit in the same room? Are you still gonna be with there when we lose it all?
I'm gonna be pissed off and I'm gonna talk about it.
That's the problem, man. That's the fucking problem. The only people to be pissed off at is the people who stole the shit. Because I'm just going to tell you now, we are chaotic and we are flawed. We're just going to run into the same problem, or we're going to do something that's going to
Somebody cooking
understandably
meth over
upset
there or
you because
something?
you
What
don't
the
have
fuck
the
is that
same values
smoke?
of this club anymore, Lily. You want us to succeed, but your vision of success is different to our vision of success.
Yeah.
I give people opportunities to rob us. I give cops chances to catch us. I give cops an opportunity to put a warrant out for my arrest. When I rob people, I don't take everything. When people make deals, I'll sometimes take it at a loss just to make the deal happen. If you don't support that, Lily, then you're not working for the BBMC. You're working yourself up for failure because you are going to be fucking miserable living with us. Every dollar I make, I put into a bank account to use for thrill. Every gun I get, I put it and load it up and take it anyways, regardless how many we got, because I'm ready for the action. When I buy a car, I don't even upgrade it anyway, all the way, because I'm ready for the chase. When I know that there's a gang pushing our block with all our shit in it, I'll know that I just got more for the adrenaline. If you're not happy with that, Lily, then you will never be happy in our club, and you would never be happy as a Bondi boy.
Still gonna give it a try.
You did, and it made you miserable.
Because you were the only leader. There's 2 others now.
You still got to respect all 3 of us. You can't be in this club if you hate one of us.
I don't
Regardless
hate
if it's
you.
me, Tommy, or Jacob. Well, you don't like me.
I don't know. I love you, Dundee. I don't agree
don't like
with
how I lead.
everything you do. I don't hate how you lead either. I just don't agree with some things that you do. Definitely, yes. Doesn't mean that I don't want to be here. Doesn't mean that I won't be by your side. But like you said, this is not exactly BBMC. We have a holy trinity.
So you're only happy to be here if I'm not the only leader, which means I'm not the only one in control. So you're happy to be here if Tommy and Jacob have control over me, or have a bigger say. So it's not just me.
I don't know about this.
I can't have people. I can't have people in this club that, look, we're gonna have disagreements, but fundamentally you don't like the decisions I'm going to make. Fundamentally, I don't think you're gonna like what Jacob or Tommy pick either. Especially Jacob, because honestly, he's a bit more spicier than me, I'd argue. Because we can we can have conversations about the problem, but if the fundamental problem is who I am as a person and my leadership styles, that problem doesn't magically go away. No matter how many times we talk about that, Lily, no matter how many times we discuss our differences, I'm not changing who I am fundamentally as a person. I think fundamentally, you don't agree with how I lead the club. And fundamentally, I'm not changing those values. It's on a foundation level.
Back home, we were down bad. And it exacerbates how I felt about things. Here it's not the case. I want to give it a chance. I understand what you're saying. I still want to be there.
Okay, Lily, you can be there. But I need people who are confident in the patch that's on them. I need people that are not going to question it. That patch is for people who fucking fully believe in it. Who fucking love what it is. Who look at that and they're proud to wear it. I know you want to help it, but you don't agree with the fundamentals of it.
Do you remember when we talked about at some point? We were in front of Carson, I think. And I told you... You brought up the BBMC. And I told you... that I didn't feel like... kidnapping cops. Shooting cops. Doing all those things. Because this is not the same government as back home. I feel like I'm not the same as back home. Back home I got betrayed. I got shit on. By the fucking government. By my fucking friends. Here it's a new beginning. I don't want to shoot cops unless we have to. The fact that during a fucking chase, what I hear sometimes is, oh, there's only 2 units, we can smoke them? Before we even start doing a swap? Before we even try anything?
Fuck those guys! That's who I am, Lily. Sorry. 2 cops on me, get the guns. Type shit. Let these people know who I am. So I am, Lily. It'll never change.
Your answer was different.
I didn't want to go around kidnapping cops and shooting them just for the sake of it. I agree with you on that. And that's what I said to you back at the ATM next to Vespucci when we were collecting crypto. That's where we had that conversation.
Oh, fuck you.
I don't want to go out and just randomly find a cop, kidnap them, take him to a place and shoot him simply for the fact that they're a cop. And I agree with that. I don't have a reason to. There have been some cops who are giving me a reason to, but I don't want to do it to any cop. I don't have a reason to kidnap a cop and send a PD a message. I don't have a reason to kidnap a cop, shoot them, and then insult them and do whatever else I want to do. I don't have a reason for that. I side with you that. I don't. But when I'm in a chase, I don't give a fuck. I'll do whatever I got to do to make sure my boys don't get caught. If my boys got, you know,
And we can try
fucking
lower
2 guns
shit
on him
first.
and is getting chased by 1 unit, I'm probably going to shoot the tires or shoot down that cop with that 1 car. I don't give a fuck. It's a cop. I don't got feelings for them. Like, I'm completely open to shooting not only gang members, but cops simply for the fact they're chasing us. Over a traffic stop? No. Over a bank heist? Yeah. Over lots of stuff on someone? Yeah. Over a VIP? Yeah. Over a chase we really need to get out of? Yeah. Over a traffic stop? No. Over a stolen car? No. Over a few words? Maybe. Depends. Over a warrant? Maybe. Depends. Not just black and white, Lily. I shoot cops when I have a reason to. So I need food, Tommy.
I don't have any food.
Oh shit, this conversation's on a time limit then.
I got a soda.
Thank you.
The BBMC always has and always will be anti-government.
And that's why I didn't want to bring
outlaws.
BBMC here.
That's what the 1% patch is.
That's what I said today, that I don't feel like I would be BBMC in here. There's so much commitment when there was none with HSP, which felt so much more natural. You know? Here you have to give commitment on things that you don't especially
Really,
want to do.
I can promise that I can make time, that I can be the Tommy you remember, be the Tommy that was there for you all the fucking time, talking on the beach, making sure all the members are all good, making sure everyone's happy, making sure morale is at a tip top. But I'm not going to change the club and what the club stands for. We're a 1% MC. We hate the government.
There's nothing I can say.
That's what we're like as HSP.
No, BMG Lily will never happen.
And let's be honest, HSP was just... It was just fucking BBMC.
I don't
We
think
wore
it was.
blue. We wore blue. We
in that
acted the
aspect,
same.
yeah.
It was pretty much just a rebranded BBMC.
And I didn't have any problem with HSP.
Then you should have no problem with BBMC.
Let's agree on that then.
I have changed absolutely nothing from HSP to this. But how I acted in HSP, I mean, look, it sounds like you have frustrations about how we acted in HSP, but now because the name is BBMC, you think we're going back towards it. I have fundamentally changed nothing about how we operate as a gang. And I'd be doing exactly the same thing as HSP as I would BBMC. I think you got name trauma.
I didn't say that. Or maybe I didn't understand what he said. Yeah.
One
was-
percenters, I shoot cunts, I fuck people over, I scam motherfuckers, I do drugs, I do deals to sell guns. I'm a bad motherfucker, Lily. And I need bad motherfuckers behind me. Are you a bad motherfucker, Lily? Or you just a motherfucker?
Give me time. I told you, this city is different. I told you, I guess it was in Vespucci, when I said that I don't hate cops as much as I did back home. They didn't fuck me over here.
Damn, Lily, you gotta think about the gang you want to be in. You gotta think about all the people that had your back for all these months.
I'm not
All the
leaving.
people that... I don't think you get it. You gotta think if you want to be... What are you thinking about? I'm not leaving, but I gotta think. But what are you thinking about?
I didn't say I wanted to
If you
think.
like this,
I said for the cops, that's it.
you need time. Time is, you said that you'll
I
stand
didn't
here
say
and
to
you'll
hate
be
the
with me.
fucking cops, Dundee. Those are not the
Well, you're part
same
of the gang.
cops that arrested
You hate
us,
the cops.
shot us with no reason.
And I
Not
don't care.
yet. I do.
Too bad. I'd stop caring if I were you.
And I will at some point.
I've had cops shoot me for no reason.
Oh my. DOC brain all over again. You got too much faith,
Wow.
Lily.
No, there's nothing about DOC brain. It's about my
I
own
can't believe you
fucking
have any sympathy
experience.
for them. You clearly never stood a day in my boots. Even though you've been standing right next to them the whole time. Cops are bad. We're anti-fucking government. They're pieces of shit. Look, we don't got to go necessarily going around and killing them for no fucking reason, okay? I'll do whatever I got to do to get my boys out of jail. I'll do whatever I got to do to get my people home safe. I'll do whatever I got to do to progress this gang forward. And this means I got to shoot a cop, Lily. God damn it, I'm going to prioritize that over keeping them alive.
And I never said
That's
the
the
fucking
simple answer.
opposite. What I said is I'm gonna try a fucking swap before I start fucking shooting. Because if I miss, what happens? I go down. What if the swap would have
Don't
worked?
miss. Oh, well, send a message. We tried. We sent it. No consequence for failure.
No consequence. No
We had cops
consequence.
no-balls this one time. They were taking photos when we were doing a meth run.
Tommy, I think the priority, the point she's trying to make is, I don't think she's arguing about shoot cops that talk shit. I think she's arguing about prioritizing other options than shooting cops first. I got no problem with that, Lily. But you gotta, like, it
Then
sounded
we're
like you're
good.
completely close.
Then
Yeah, we're
we
good.
don't have an argument then. Because if it push comes to shove, I will shoot a cop. I did it before and I'll do it again.
But you got it justified, right?
Yes.
Here's your justification. I said so.
If everybody starts blasting, I'm gonna blast.
I'll tell
Together
you to
we
blast.
bust.
You gotta blast. If Tommy tells you to blast, you blast. Fucking Robbie shouldn't. You better be turning around and shouldn't too.
Brother,
Unless you got
why
all
are
the
they
loot on
pushing
you.
me out
I
of the
don't blame
fucking
you.
gang at this point? I just had a fucking conversation. I feel like I'm being blotted out at this point. It's either I agree.
Look, sorry, Lily. I'm just not going to sit here and tell you what you want to hear. I'm going to tell you what the club is and what the club expects people to do. And if it angers you, I'm sorry. I'm here for the club, and I'm putting the club first. And I'm saying what the club is going to do and how the club is going to act. And if you don't like it or you disagree with it, thank you for bringing it up. I've heard your concerns, and I've given you my rebuttal. But there's still fundamental problems, and we can't fix it. And you know the problems. And the boys I trust. What if we miss? I trust my boys. What if the swap could have been better? Probably. Maybe. But I trust the boys. And I trust the girls. Because we run around with them doubts, you manifest it into reality. All I've done for the last 4 years is doubt myself and doubt the people around me. And for once in my life, all I see is success. And I need people who see that around me too, Lily. If you don't, then why you wear that mask?
See? Trying to push me out. Brother. I'm wearing it because I want to.
You wearing it because you want to? You wear it
Yes.
because you believe in the boys and the girls?
Yes. I trust them.
You wear it? Right. So they make a call, you follow it, right?
What'd you say?
They make a call, you follow it?
Yes.
And it ain't gonna be a large problem like this. Look, sometimes wrong calls are made. That's fine, talk about it, but oh man. You've gotten us all worried these past few days. I need people. Look, Lily. I'm just gonna cut to the fucking chase instead of pinning around in circles. I need people who are truly, ultimately, and beyond confident in every single person that we have here, and have confidence in our reputation, our patch, and our name. I need people who are ready to scream who they are part with, who they are siding with, without doubt, and love who they are. I need people to love who they fucking are. I need people to love this patch. I need people to love this crew. And if there's people in this club who don't love it, good. So there should be no issues ever again, right?
There's no issues. That's what I've been saying for 10 fucking minutes. I feel like there's no fucking issue, but we're still pointing at fucking some weird issues that there
Because I
isn't.
feel like there is, and
No,
I want an
there
egg
isn't.
sandwich.
There's no fucking issue, Dundee. I'm here. I'm wearing the mask. I wanted to talk to you, but you were busy.
I don't believe you. I don't feel the confidence.
What am I? What am I right
just
now?
don't feel
I'm
the
in front of
confidence.
you.
You're in front of me, but I just don't feel the confidence, Lily. I'm just saying how I feel, which is what you should be doing from the first bit, saying how you feel. I feel like you don't have confidence. I feel you have doubt. I feel you're unhappy. I feel like you fucking hate it here. And I feel like we're going to have these problems down later the line. I feel like fundamentally, you no longer align with our values of our club. And I know you wish for us to succeed, but I feel like you are incompatible. And I want to be wrong. I do. You're sitting here, you're loud, you're proud, you wear the mask. I just don't feel it. I did feel it when you said that you'll be there. I felt that.
Just give me some time to prove it then.
Fine.
Okay.
Fine. We done here?
Yeah. Let's go buy food. I'm gonna be hungry soon.